We'll call the Scottsboro City Council meeting Monday, October 14th to order. Invocation given by Mr. Kimber and the pledge of allegiance given by myself. On to the agenda. Second.
I'll second.
We'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item is approval of previous minutes from September 23rd, 2013, continuing until October 3rd, 2013. Do I have a motion to approve the previous minutes?
I make a motion.
Have a second? Second. Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. There is no old business, so we'll go to new business. First item is a public hearing for alcohol license for Marvin Smith doing business as Western Sizzling. Ms. Phillips, will you read the investigative report, please?
The applicant is Mr. Marvin Miles Smith doing business as Western Sizzling. The type of license is retail beer on and off premise. The location is 23980 John T. Reed Parkway. Meets the footage requirements for the nearest church and school. There is no residence within close proximity. The license is in order and the health, fire, and building inspections comply and the zoning verifications comply.
Okay, thank you. This is the time and place to hold a public hearing for this alcohol license. Is there anyone here against this? Is there anyone here against this license? Is there anyone here for this other than the owner? At this time, we'll close the public hearing for the alcohol license. Do I have a motion for the alcohol license for Western Sizzling?
I make a motion.
Do I have a second? Second. Any discussion? Brady, have any questions? Any other discussion? Thank you. No further discussion, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item is consider a resolution for closing Bingham Street for American Heritage Day. Ms. Phillips, will you read that, please?
Whereas Brownwood Elementary School will be hosting American Heritage Day around the school grounds on Monday, November 25th, 2013, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 2 p.m. Therefore, be it resolved by the City Council of the City of Scottsboro that on the 25th day of November 2013, between the hours of 8 a.m. and 2 p.m., that portion of Bingham Street adjacent to and around Brownwood Elementary School will be temporarily closed for the American Heritage Day event.
Do I have a motion for closing Bingham Street for the American Heritage Day?
I'll make a motion for closing Bingham Street during American Heritage Day.
Do I have a second?
I'll second. I'll second.
Any discussion? If not, we'll vote. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say no. Next item is consider the adoption of 90% of the 2013 and 2014 budget. Do I have a motion to consider the adoption of 90% of the 2013-2014 budget?
Make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
I'd like to say a few things if we could. Sure. You all should have your budget from last week's work session, and then you have a summary of the expenditures and revenues sheet before you. But our expected revenues for the coming year is $20,774,362, with expected expenditures of $20,723,325, which gives us a budget surplus of just over $51,000. This is about an increase of $380,000 in revenue over last year's budget, and an increase in expenditures of about $700,000 over last year's budget. Some of the good news, we did see a 2.5% decrease in the Blue Cross Blue Shield premiums. But due to the fees that are going to be associated with the Affordable Health Care Act, those fees have actually offset. It's going to cost us a little bit more than that 2.5% decrease that we saw. One of the things that I'm very proud of is our workers' compensation premium is going to decrease by about $50,000, and that is directly due to the fact that our employees and their work ethic and their safety awareness and consciousness while they're on duty. Our modification factor has dropped almost 0.3 points. That is directly related to our premium. So I want to thank our employees for their hard work and efforts in helping us lower the cost of our workers' comp. Our full-time employees have not received an across-the-board raise in the last 4 years. We did have some employees to receive a raise a couple of years ago that were topped out, but no across-the-board raises have occurred in the last 4 years. So this budget has an increase of at least a 4% cost of living raise for all of our full-time employees effective October 1st. We've been very conscientious and conservative in our budget. Mr. Wheeler does a budget on our expected revenues of what, any increases he budgeted on what we received last year as far as our revenues. And this allows us to do the capital outlay. We have increase in our sales tax in April to May, June timeframe. I want to thank Rick for his hard work during the budget and all of our department heads for their understanding and willingness and to fight for their departments and also our employees. And finally, thank the City Council for putting in a couple of nights with this and making sure that we do have a good budget and something that we can be conservative with and good stewards of the money. And again, we're all just happy that we're able to reward our employees for a job well done with this cost of living increase.
Thank you, Mayor. Any more discussion on that? We'll go to a roll call vote. Ms. Phillips, will you call it, please?
Mr. Smith,
Yes.
Mr. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Patrick Stewart.
Yes. With that, we'll go to reports. Mayor?
I do not have anything.
Mr. Smith? Mr. Miller? I just want to thank everybody for getting this budget done and getting it approved 9%. And I think it's great that we were able to do the cost of living raise.
Mr. Before we dismiss, if Mr. Cameron would just share about Ms. Hammer with us. I don't know if everybody knows that.
Miss Billy Hammer, the widow of the late Mayor Walt Hammer, who was mayor here from 1988 to 1992, has died. Her funeral will be tomorrow afternoon at St. Luke's Episcopal Church. Please join with me in giving her family best wishes and prayers.
With that, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion that we adjourn.
A second.
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All